All right, what is good? We're doing the trade recap while still on Zoom because I want to see what price does. But as you can see, we lost our trade today. Okay, so first of all, we'll go over our daily bias. Daily bias or the daily time frame showing us obvious bullish market structure. 4 hour bias giving us bullish market structure. 1 hour bias was giving us bearish market structure. Okay, so we had all our high time frames giving us bullish market structure, which to me was pretty much saying, all right, we're probably going to have a bullish day. But like I was at first looking for something bearish off of an order block within here. But we had to wait for news to come out 30 minutes into market open. Okay, news came out and gave us bullish news. So that gave me even more confluence to want to go long on this, along with the fact that we swept 4 hour liquidity and then broke 15-minute structure to the upside. That to me was telling me, okay, this looks pretty good for longs. All right, moving forward, we see the 15-minute break of structure off of this high right here, right? We see price rally. Okay, market had news come out right here at 1500. Okay, we start breaking structure to the downside. I was looking to bank off of a 15-minute retrace either into this 15-minute order block right here, which is what we essentially took our trade off of. Price pushing into this 15-minute order block and then giving us a break of structure right here. And that's what we entered off of. We entered off of this candle closure above the break right here. And then we just put our stop underneath this low. As you can see, price came up for a little bit and then came back down and stopped us out. The reason why I'm still on Zoom is because I want to see if my bias was correct or not. And, you know, I'm just honestly like very interested to see where market wants to go, you know, so we can learn more from this. So, you know, how could we already learn from this loss that we took? You know, maybe be a little bit more patient. Maybe wait for price to come even lower. So I was waiting for price to come within a discount and then into a 15-minute order block, which it did. And then it gave us this break of structure. You know, maybe we should have waited for like more of a bearish close on the 15-minute, because right now what it looks like it's about to do is break structure to the upside off this, and then end up giving, you know, again, a good long position. So yeah, that's kind of what I see on this right now. We just got to break a structure to the upside. So like, hopefully it doesn't give us anything, kind of crazy good in terms of, our like hopefully this doesn't, you know, go in our direction. But if it does, then it's like cool, we can learn from that. Like that means our bias was correct. It means, okay, we just need to find a better entry, or maybe, you know, give our stop loss more room to breathe. Maybe we should have put our stop loss underneath this low right here, okay, instead of right underneath, with like, you know, like around like a point range, for price to breathe here. And like, if I'm being honest, like this thing, it still looks bullish to me. And this, like, we're watching this right now live. As this thing is just kind of pushing to the upside. But I mean, either way, I will be way more okay with this loss if price ends up pushing up and fulfilling our bias, because it means, hey, we were correct about where price wanted to go. We just didn't necessarily like get it fully on the dot. And I'm okay, and that's something I'll be able to live with. Versus, right, if price ends up, you know, like just fucking dumping and taking out these lows, then it's like, okay, now what can we learn from all this, right? If price ends up wanting to push all the way down here, take out these lows, and just keep going lower, then we can say, okay, how could we have adjusted our daily bias? Which, I mean, right now, it's looking like it's going to go down. And and do that. So how could we have adjusted our daily bias? Maybe wait for, if I'm being honest, I like this trade. This to me is like all high time frames were saying bullish. The 1 hour wasn't necessarily saying bullish. But we did have that 4 hour sweep of liquidity along with our low time frame confirmation to the upside. And this was the order block play. Yeah, that's just kind of what I see on this. So, I mean, honestly, I'm interested. We'll probably stay on Zoom with the Discord for a little bit just to see where price goes. I just wanted to make this trade recap video while we're on here because I have to go do stuff later during the day. I have to do like a bunch of these Zoom meetings, but yeah, like I honestly like this trade, and like if I'm being real, like this still seems like a good area to long off of. I'm definitely not telling you guys on Zoom to go long because we already took our trade for the day. So just be okay with that. And how can we learn from this loss, especially if it goes in the direction of our bias? That's like cool. That's even more confirmation for us. Like, good fucking job. Like, like we knew where market wanted to go. We just, didn't execute correctly. And it's painful to see this type of shit. And this is definitely something that requires, like, I guess, what is the word? Discipline. Where, like, if you see, you get wicked out, and then you're like, fuck, this shit is still bullish, and we just broke structure, and we're pushing even higher. This is one of those times where it's like, you cannot FOMO into this trade. Whatever you do not FOMO into this trade, because if you start doing that, you are going to start building bad habits. Who gives a fuck if price ends up ripping and we lost today? That doesn't matter. The fact that we understood and knew where market wanted to go in the first place, that's what matters. What matters is, hey, we have more confidence in the following day to say, hey, we know exactly what we're doing. Right? We know where market wants to go. It's all just based off of execution now. Okay? And I can honestly talk about this trade today for the bootcamp video when we cover stop loss placement. Because like today is one of those days where, hey, like our stop loss placement wasn't necessarily the best. And if price ends up fulfilling our bias, which like it looks like it's going to, then, like how are you supposed to react emotionally? You aren't supposed to, right? You're not supposed to react emotionally. You're supposed to just boom, just see it, gain confidence from it, learn from it, and adapt. Okay. So with that being said, I lost $4,689 today. So wasn't that bad. We had a relatively tight stop loss on this trade. And I did half of my position sizing due to the high impact news and knowing that we have the 4th of July tomorrow, for the bank holiday. So, yeah, and maybe that's something I cover after we do the stop loss placement, when to know like how to de-risk. But I mean, this is a trade recap video. We should end this pretty soon. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the bootcamp video. We'll Discord people, we're going to stay on Zoom and just kind of see how this plays out. See where it goes. I know a lot of you guys will probably rage if this shit ends up going in our direction, but don't rage and let's learn from it. All right? Cool. All right. I'll see YouTube people in like a couple hours when the bootcamp video gets put up. All right. Peace.